Ladies and gentlemen of the Wildside Wrestling family, I would first and foremost like to thank you for tuning in. For those of you who don't know, there's been a lot going on at my home promotion, Palmetto Championship Wrestling. A bit of a civil war, if you would, between the likes of Ethan Case and James Johnson. And I think I want to open up the floor to a couple of wrestlers, a couple of people, kind of sit down, pick the brains to see how they feel so they don't have an opportunity. And our first guest today, I'm gonna let him come on in. I think he's right here. Come on. How's it going, Lynn?
What's it do, big man? Good to see you.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Let's get this thing going.
Oh, yeah.
This, for those who don't know, is Linnaeus. And he's kind of been involved in this storyline as well because few people on the side of Ethan Case by the name of the Dawsons have decided to get themselves involved in several situations, one of which was involving our friend here. So, Lynn, how's it feel to be thrown into a situation that you're not even like, A, ready to be in, and B, just, it wasn't your business to begin with?
It wasn't my business, and then when they jumped me, it became my business. I was jumped by the Dawsons, not once, but twice. Mm-hmm. They sided with the Ethan man. They joined his little cult. They do whatever he says. And for what? To be a part of the spotlight, all the shows. Don't get me wrong, they're making their money. But they're doing it for the wrong reasons, you dig? Now, me personally, the Linfluencer, would never join the side of Ethan. A part of me wouldn't join the side of James either. I'd be neutral, but I would also do my thing. Me and authority don't mix, even when that quote unquote authority figure says something like there are no leaders. We're all in this together. Cool. I'm gonna join your side, but at the end of the day, pro wrestling is a business. I gotta look out for me. I want that Mid-Carolina title. I even had a dream I had that, and the heavyweight championship was on the line against DPJ. That's right. I like DPJ. He's funny. He's funny. I had a tag team match with James. I was going to team with James Johnson for the first time, one of my trainers at the Palmetto Wrestling Academy. And what happens? The Dawsons jump us before the bell even rings. They didn't even let Elliot finish his introductions. That's wild. And then they take out James. And then they take me out. 2 double power bombs.
But who came to the rescue of James at that time? Do you remember? I don't know, you might have been staring at the ceiling, but Ethan Case.
I do remember Drake coming out to take me out, take me to a local medical facility.
My question is this. So since you weren't here, I'll tell you what happens. James is going at it alone. Who comes out to help him? Ethan Case. So
gnarly.
Like,
wild.
What I don't understand.
What happened? Did they win?
No, they lost, unfortunately. But when did these feelings that Ethan has of, you've been trying to take my identity, you've been trying to replace me, and you have been replacing me in some of the hearts of my students. When did these feelings start to set in, do you think?
Me personally, I never paid attention to it. Like, am I even supposed to? Like, I'm over here, when I'm in training, it's all about training. I have casual conversations with other students every now and then, but it's training. I mean, yeah, James has been a really big help. He's helped me shape my moves, he's done wonders for me. Dare I say, he is a Lynn credible trainer, even though he doesn't like the Lynn puns.
I am going to continue to ignore the puns, but talking about how you said you would like to remain neutral, like you're just looking out for yourself, which I respect, because in this business, that's how you make things work. Ethan has made it very clear that this is either you're with me or you're against me. So how does that make you feel, wanting to remain neutral but being forced into a position where you have to choose between the man who is the head coach, the leader of the Palmetto Wrestling Academy, the academy that trained you to follow this dream and gave you this platform, even do the same thing to me, giving me this platform to where I can interview you now, versus a man who was so detrimental to your training. And like, don't get me wrong, once upon a time, James, as much as I want to agree with what Ethan is saying, I can't agree with his actions, but I have to say there's a part of me in my heart of hearts that remains neutral as a neutral journalist. He's right. But at the same time, I can't not believe in the James Johnson redemption arc. So this is another reason why I wanted to have these kind of interviews, so I could understand even my own feelings as well. Because Ethan has meant everything to me. Since I was a child, I've known this man. But James, I have nothing but respect for. But I cannot say that Ethan is wrong other than his actions and who he's aligned himself with the Dawsons. You know what I mean?
It's not just the Dawsons either. He's got Jay Rijas.
Rios de la Sangre.
Rios. We haven't seen him in a while, but he's there. Mm-hmm. He's got the heavyweight champ, the traitor of the Palmetto Wrestling Academy.
Jake.
Yeah, Jake. Jake. What's his last name? Parker. That's right. Jake Parker. Forgot it for a moment there. I really did.
So you call him a traitor, and we'll have somebody on here later to further explain the story.
He turned on 3 Dope, the 2 guys that have been with him since the start. He turned on James, the guy who is responsible for shaping Jake into a different person. I've seen those 2 bond. They get along real well, or they got along. And then Jake did the thing, man. He did the dirty thing. He turned on 3 people who were so essential in his life, so important. That's wild. I'm talking with a capital E, man. Wild, bro. And then he sides with the Ethan man and Jay Rijas, the Danger Dawson twins, the big bearded biker looking dudes. And that guy with the blonde hair in the corner with the camera, Charlie.
It's Micah.
Who?
It's Micah.
That's his name?
His name is Micah.
He looks like a Charlie.
It's Micah.
It looks like he came straight out of Good Luck Charlie. Maybe his name's Carl.
It's Micah.
Michael?
Micah.
Sure.
We'll circle back to Micah later.
You mean Charlie?
Sure.
He joined the faction, they made the faction, and
the reason why it's such a problem is because they're
running roughshots.
They have Liam Van Zant, who is the
majority owner of PCW, Liam Van, what's his name? Yes.
Liam Van Zant.
The self-proclaimed kingpin of PCW. Dude, the way this dude acts and talks, I could have sworn he came straight out of an episode of Batman Beyond. Could have sworn. Came from season 2, episode 16. The episode where Terry McGinnis had to save his girlfriend from this teenager who looked like a rat.
I'm not a nerd.
I remember that episode. You want to know what happened at the end of that episode?
Sure.
That rat, that teenage rat face looking man accepted his fate. He was one with the rats. And now Liam, if you stop and think about it, maybe he's a rat. Doing this and that to get what he wants. He's like a spoiled child without the rat face. Does that bother me? No. Because at the end of the day, it's my world, man. I'm out here looking out for me. Now, of course, a part of me wants to help out those who've been affected by this faction, this cult. Mo Phoenix, Koa, and Andre, they had their debut. They've been waiting for years. Ethan and his group didn't even let them finish the match. And then I came in there. I tried to help him. I got jumped by the Dawsons twice. Next thing I know, my own trainer's beating me up. Super kicked the heck out of me. Didn't know where I was.
And now you're sidelined ever since.
Yep.
So
Might have had a match here or there, but
does that make you want to, does that drive you away from Ethan or bring you to him? Because he's made it clear you're with me or against me. But if you're with me, you're coming to the top with me. Look at Jake. He's got the belt. He's not dropping it anytime soon, right? In his mind.
in his mind.
Because anything can happen in this business.
Oh, absolutely.
So does that make you want to maybe embrace the dark side there a bit? And since you're looking out for number one, or are you still going to continue to back James?
I'll tell you this. I ain't gonna lie. It brings me closer to Ethan. After everything that's happened so far. It really does. But not in the way that he thinks, my man. No, I'm not siding with him. I'll side with James more than Ethan, but still a part of me is not siding with anybody. Like I said, the number one spot, it's very, very, very limited and crowded at the top. And when you get to that top of the mountain, you want to stay there. You want to stay on your throne. You want to make sure you rule over that kingdom. I want that key to the kingdom. I want that golden fist. I want that belt. I want something. I haven't even had a one-on-one match here yet. But we're pushing it. We're going to get it. I'll be honest. Jake sitting at the top by Ethan's side, can't help but feel a little jealous. He's got the belt. He's got our trainer by his side. He's got Liam too. Jake has advantages, and he doesn't even have to wrestle to do it. He's got the power. You know what they said back in Backlash in the year 2000 when it was the World Wrestling Federation? He who has all the power has all the gold, and he who has all the gold has all the power. But then, years later, Master Oogway, the more you take, the less you have.
I'm just going to pretend like I know what you're talking about, but yeah.
That's fine. Now, I'm not the one to complain about not having chances, opportunities, stuff like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get angry about that. There's only so many spots a roster can fill before someone's cut. That's cool. But what happens with the crowd? What if they get bored of seeing the same people all the time? What if they don't react to the things that anybody else watching reacts to? What if they want to see someone new? What if they want a new generation of wrestlers to step up? What if they want someone innovative, insane, incredible? There's only one person that can fill that spot. And if or when I do get that opportunity to fill that spot, it's over.